Hello students. So in our last class we have talked about PDM, little bit about IDM, but many students were not there, so I'm making the video. And some of you were having a little bit problem in IMD, so that's why the video is here. So you can see this question that 8 men. So let us go into this question at first. The question is 80 mangoes cost $36. If David had $24, how many mangoes he can buy? So I have to find how many mangoes. So if I want to find how many mangoes he can buy, so mango, the number of mango will be in my right hand side. So what I will write in this sentence, I will write in such a manner so that number of mango will be in right hand side. So I will write that with okay, so I can write with $36 we can buy 80 mangoes. So one thing you can see that if I increase the amount of money that I have, and if I give more money to shopkeeper, the shopkeeper will give me more mangoes. So that means both will increase. So if I increase the amount of money, the amount of mango will increase. So they are having a proportional relationship. Okay, that means both are increasing. This relation, when both are increasing, is called proportional. So you can say that we can use PDM method. So I've checked that it is proportional. So with $1 I can buy. So unitary method means you have to find for 1. So first one is my division. So I will do 18 by 36 mangoes. Now multiplication. So I have $24. So with $24, now I have to do multiplication. That is 24 18 by 36. Okay, so I can do cancellation here. So how to do cancellation? 36 we can always write okay, so 36 we can always write as you can write 12 into 3. 18 we can write as 6 into 3, and 24 we can write as 6 into 4. So you can see at 12 also you can write as 6 into 2. So this 3 gone, this 6 gone, 2 and 4 gone, and 2 is left. So I have 6 2s are 12. So 12 mangoes I can buy. So this thing is very much clear. That is your PDM method. So PDM method is clear. So what we have to do, we have to see first what we have to find out. So whatever we have to find out, that will be in your right hand side. We have to check then the relationship. If we see that the both quantities will increase together, then it is PDM. Then we have to find for 1 by division, and we have to find for more by multiplication. Now the new thing what is coming, that is called IMD method. Now what is IMD? You can see here in the question, 8 men can complete a work in 25 days working. Okay, this is I will come to this later on. Let me see this one. 5 men can complete a work in 20 days. Alright, this is also like that. Some question I think I have repeated. No problem. Okay, delete this one. The fence of a hospital is to be repainted by a group of workers. If 6 workers can paint 520.2 meter of wall in an hour, then how many meter of wall will 7 workers paint in an hour? So in both cases 1 hour is there, so we will ignore that thing. So the thing is how much meter, so meter will be in right hand side. So I can write here that 6 worker can paint 520.2 meter. Now you can see one thing, that if I increase the number of worker, that means if there are more painter in my service, so there will be more meter, like, so what will happen, so more meter I can paint, right? So that means in 1 hour, so if like say I have five people, so how much they will paint. So if I increase the number of people, that is if I increase the number of people to 10, so they will paint more. So if I increase the number of workers, so the number of meter which they are painting will also increase. So this is PDM. So you must see this relationship. So for one worker will paint lesser, so that will be 520.2 by 6. That means we have to do division. And then if I want to find 7 workers, so obviously they will paint more. So 7 multiplied by 520.2 divided by 6. So now you have to solve this thing. So this is again PDM. But some cases like this, 5 men can complete a work in 20 days, working 8 hours per day. In how many hours can one man complete the same work? So you can see here that 5 men can complete a work in 20 days. So we are now splitting the questions. Okay, so what we will do, see, so I am writing here 5 men can complete the work in 20 days. So first we will talk about this much. Okay, this much, that 5 worker can complete a work in 20 days. What is my question? How many hours can one man complete the same work? So I have to find that hours. Okay, but before that, see, there is nothing called days. So you can see here that 20 days the worker is working 8 hours per day. So how many hours total he is working? So let us find that first, right? So let us find that 5 men can complete the work in how many hours then? See, 8 hours he was working 20 days continue, so per day 8 hours. So in 20 days, so in 1 day he was working, so let us do the thing nicely. So in 1 day he was working 8 hours. So in 20 days he will be working 20 into 8, that is 160 hours. So that means total he has worked 160 hours. So 5 men has done 160 hours, has taken 160 hours to complete the work. So now I will write the sentence like this. Okay. 5 men can complete in 160 hours. So you can see here that 5 men can complete the work in 160 hours. So this we have gotten. Now if I increase the number of men, so the number of hour will increase or decrease. See, if I have more men, more worker with me, so the work will be done in very less time. Like say, if you have to color your home, now if you alone is doing the, you are alone doing the work to paint the whole house. So let's say you have taken 5 days to complete the work. Now if the situation is that you are working, also your father, your cousin, your brothers, they all are working. So that means if let's say 4 people are working instead of you alone were working, so if 4 people are working with you, so now the work will be done very easily, right? You don't need that 5 days to complete. Now the work will be done only in 2 days. So if my number of person is increasing, so the time required for complete the work will decrease. So that means, see, if one side is increasing, another side is decreasing. So this is not a proportional, this is called IDM, that is inversely proportional relationship. Okay, so this is IMD method. Now what is IMD method? Before that I will talk about I. So I represents inverse relationship. So this is called inverse relation. So inverse relation means the relation is such that if one is increasing, another one is decreasing. So why IMD in this case? IMD here because multiplication will be first and division will be after that. So let me find out for one man. So one man can complete in, now first one will be our multiplication. Okay, so 160 into 5. So that means it will take more hours to complete for one. Now if so that I have to find out how many hours can one man complete the same work. So that means it will take 800 hours for one man to complete the work. So this method is called IMD. Now here no division is there because in one only I have to find out. See how many hours can one man complete. Now if the question was such that how many hours can 10 men complete the same work, so in that case what we have to do, if the situation was that for 10 men I have to find out what is the time required, then I have to write 10 men can complete in, now I have to divide 160 into 5 by 10. Okay, so in that case I have to do, but now in the question it was asked that only to find for one man, so that is up to this much only. Okay, so let us do another one. See here, we have little bit complicated one. So 8 men can complete a work in 25 days working 5 hours per day. So I have to write total. So 8 men can complete 25 days and complete in 25 days and is taking 5 hours per day. Now I have to find out if 5 men can complete the same work in 20 days, how many hours is needed. So these hours I have to find out. So one by one, in this situation when you have 3 quantities here, 8 men, days and hour, so 3 things we are having. Fine, so we are having 3 things: 8 men, 25 days and 5 hours. So now in these situations we have to do one by one. So what I will do, see, so first I will write here one man. So you can see here the relationship is inversely proportional, because if one man is increasing, so the number of days will decrease, because if I am increasing the number of person that is working for me, the work will be done in very less time. So that means the days will decrease also, the hour will be decreasing also, like the less time it will need, right? So the situation is again your IMD. Okay, now see, one by one I will come. So one man can complete in 25 days, I will keep it as 25, or you can directly do that also, that one man can complete in one day. So if he is taking one day, so that means he is doing, or I can do it differently. Okay, let it be 25 first. In the next step I will do. So if one man is doing, and if he is doing also in 25 days, so then the time will be, so multiplication will be at first, so 5 hours into 8. Okay, this much hour will be taken. Now in the next step what I will do, now one man can complete. Now if one man is doing the whole work in one day, now see, first I have come from 8 to 1 man, then I have come from 25 to 1 day, one by one. So now again multiplication first, so this is 5 into 8 into 25. Okay, so that means in the both cases, when I'm coming from men to 1, then also I'm multiplying here. When I'm coming from 25 days to 1 day, then also I am multiplying here. So in both cases, when I'm coming to 1, I have to multiply in case of IMD, and at last I will divide. Now when I will divide, see, the question is if 5 men can complete the same work in 20 days, so I have to do for 5 men and I have to do for 20 days. So how much I have gotten here? I have gotten that one man, if he is working for 1 day, he needs this much of hours, that is 5 into 8 into 25 hours. Now if 5 men can complete, so I will first change this one, that is if 5 men is working for 1 day, then I need, now see, the last option is my division. So when I am coming from 1, I have to divide. So 5 into 8 into 25 will be same, divided by 5. Okay, again what I will do, I have to find for 20 days also. So see this one, 20 days. So that means I will change now the day. So 5 men is working for 20 days. Then again I have to divide the whole thing by 20 also. So whatever, like I'm coming from 1 to something, that will be divided, division that I have to do, and if I am coming to 1 from something, then I have to do multiplication in case of IMD. So for 2 terms it is very easier, but for 3 terms we have this kind of step, like one by one we have to come. So this math I will also share you, because the writing is not possible here, so I will do personally in my copy, and I will share you the picture of this work, how to do this kind of math. So you can see that in case of IMD you have to do first multiplication when you are coming to 1, and then division when you are coming to some other number. Okay, so this is the class for today. It was little bit I think confusing, so in the next class will be online class, and I will try to clear your doubts. Okay, so bye bye for today, and see you in my next class.